Good morning. Hey, everybody. I'm on location today. Good morning and welcome. If you're new here, which I do have a few new friends that are in here, and my name is Ann, and this is Andale Homestead. And on Tuesdays, we have a little time where we get to choose our attitude of the day. Y'all, I woke up late this morning, late, like my buddy, my pal, my friend Cherie called me thinking that I would be up and about and ready to go. And she woke me up. Thank the Lord. I am so appreciative. So I had to scramble to get myself together. Good morning, Kayla Duckett. Hey, Canadian Family Life, Tiffany. Let's see if I can get my mouse to work. There's something weird about my mouse these days. It all adds up. Rebecca, Touch by Yarn. Hey, darling. Hey, Karma. I'm going to be going and visiting Karma on her channel before long, a couple of Mondays from now. I think it's next Monday, Karma, isn't it? That we're going to be live on Karma, the Lewis Acre Farm together. Hey, Prayer Mountain Homestead, Troy Sutton, Mary's Fiber Creations, you cutie patootie. You're so sweet and generous. And there's my buddy Jerry and Susan from Butler Family Farm. They're so sweet. And they are just rocking this YouTube thing, I can tell you. They're doing great. And lazy days ahead. I got a note from my Lisa, yeah, last night that said, "We have power. We've had it for a day, but of course we have colds now because that hot and cold thing, I'm sure that got both of them. But I'm so happy that Jessie from Lazy Days Ahead and Lisa from Jesse's Girl, Lazy Days Ahead, have power now. That's a long time. We went for 3 weeks one time without power in our house, and I decided then that being off grid and unprepared is not my very favorite thing in the world to do. Hey, Beverly Moffat and Lynette Lawrence and Scott from Rambling with the Brews was in here at 9:22 a.m. Isn't that crazy? That's so sweet. Hey, Kim Mill and Jackie, Flash Ministries. Hey, sweetie. Talaya. Oh, Elisa. I'm so glad everybody's here. Kentucky woman Carlene. Good morning, everyone. You finally made it to alive. Whoop whoop. Yay. Arlene. Hey, baby. Oh, gee, Mama grows hard in the garden. You're so sweet and precious. Thank you for being here. Now, Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead. Jesse, I would like it very much because today is Prime Day on the 16th and 17th. So if you're ordering anything through Prime, I want Jesse to put up his Amazon link. You can go on his Amazon link, you click anything. Honestly, you can shop anywhere. You click on any of his items and then you can go anywhere you want. And they get a little credit. They get just some little pennies. We don't pay anything extra for it, but Jesse does. Jesse and Lisa get a little something, something. Hey, Sarah's Happy Hives. You're on your way in and you hit the light. Thank. Does Worth drink mushroom coffee? Hey, Kim Mill, my darling. He tasted it. Does that tell you anything? He tasted it. Mm. But honestly, I wanted to make sure that everybody knows. Here we go. Here's, oh, whoop, Kentucky woman says, Mr. Steve has already hit up Amazon this morning. I bet he has. I bet he has. And there is his Amazon affiliate link because if we're all going trying to get some bargains, it's not going to cost you anything extra, but if a buddy or a friend would get a few pennies from doing that, how great is that? Treasure Hunter Neil. I'm glad you're here, honey. Good morning, Linda Peterson. Good morning. And hey there, buddy. It is all night for me, folks. Not all day, but all night, folks. How do you drink half calf as well as mushroom? I do. I do, Kim. Hey, Jane Doe and Teresa. Oh, my goodness. I'm so glad everybody's here. This is wonderful to have y'all here. I am on, hey, Karen Breast. I'm on here I'm on location. Y'all might think I go a lot. I don't feel like I go a lot, but I am at the grandchildren's house a lot. But this is a vacation that Auntie Peg decided that we could come and visit with my cousin Gail and my sister Miriam, my Auntie Peg, and I all came to Montreat, North Carolina, which is right at Black Mountain, North Carolina. Now, y'all, we could meet at the grocery store parking lot and have a good time. And that's what we do oftentimes. The whole gang is here. Hey, Scott, I'm glad you're here from Rambling with the Brooms. That's wonderful. And this Friday night, I'm going on with Scott, and we're going to talk about home remedies. That's going to be fun. And oh gosh, the hey Lonnie, the chat's kind of jumping a little bit, so I'm going to try to have a coherent thought here just for a second. Good morning. I'm glad you're here. Um, so we came up on Sunday from Lake Gaston. I drove to Lake Gaston on Saturday. We got up and came here on Sunday. We just chilled, really. We sat around and visited and talked and laughed. When we get together, it's a lot of laughter and a lot of making fun of each other and losing our minds. And yeah, Squirrel is my middle name. And there's a new phrase that is coined. I don't have my words today. So they make me feel better. If y'all think I'm a little bit spacey, I really wish you could just be in a conversation with my family because it's got to be a gene pool thing in there somewhere. We're all forgetting what we're saying and finishing each other's sentences. I'm the youngest here, and as of August 25th, I'll be 65. So Auntie is here with all her nieces, not all her nieces, but some of her nieces. And as she calls people and makes reservations for her nieces, she goes, "Well, I'm bringing my nieces with me, and so and so." And how many people? Yeah, words are hard today, Jesse. They really are. Um, and I'm bringing my nieces with me, and they're thinking rollaway beds and bunk beds. And she went, "Oh, no, 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 these are old ladies." The lack of genes. Yeah, the lack of brain cells is what it is. Hey, David Corey. Good morning. And he says, "What's good, good people?" Yeah, yeah, that's so awesome. And let's see, with Jesse and Lisa, I work hard for that, buddy boy. Glad you're cooler now. You lost power several times in the last few days. You want rain? I got it for you. Good night. Hey, and Francisco, you tell your office mates I said hi to. I'm glad to see you this morning. So I am in the basement. It's not really a basement. It's the bottom floor of this glorious three-story home in Montreat. And what my sweet, precious cousin, Gail, does is she opens up her home to church groups and to youth ministries and to ladies groups and things that come up here to Montreat. Montreat is known as a Presbyterian hub, and as we drive through, you see all these youth groups that are here for camps, and they have canoes and mountain trails and all kinds of fun things that are going on. Hey, Juan, how you doing, honey? I hope you got your prize. I sent your information for the Gaker lighter, and she said she was sending it on, so I hope you did. Hey, Deborah, I'm so glad y'all are all here. So, y'all, I have gathered and talked, and I did there was one more thing I wanted to share before I talk about the message today, which is a really cool message, I think. I don't know if I can do this or not, but I'm right beside a window. Okay, I muted myself somehow. But can you see right out here, right outside this window, that little clearing right there? And I tried to get the pictures up, but Jesse's got to teach me how to put pictures up here. I don't know exactly how to do it. And I'm having a time trying to get some pictures up here. A bear, a big bear. I was on the steps. You see those steps right there? I was just up at the top step, leaning over the balcony, talking to Worth on the phone, and a bear comes waltzing up right there. A big one. I got a few pictures, but I was screaming and yelling so much I couldn't do it. I was trying to get the other girls to come out and see the bear. Oh, hey, Cynthia, all the way from the Netherlands. I love it that you put that in there. Okay, good one. I'm glad. Go check your mailbox. Sometimes coming from Gaker, it has to come from the company. It takes a while. And he wanted to chat with Worth. Worth is not here. It's a ladies' time together. We're having a good time with the kids. No dogs, no children, and no husbands. It's I do feel funny without having Brownie over my left shoulder. Oh, let's see. Now, Grace and Fire, sorry, I'm not at my computer with a loved one who's having a medical procedure. Glenda, we're certainly praying for you. That's for sure. Yeah, a bear, David, a big bear came right up. I mean, I was so dumbfounded. You know, you don't know what you don't know. And had he or she, had it turned quickly and ran up those stairs, I'm not sure I would have been able to get in the house. It's crazy. And I'm just sitting there going, a bear, a bear. Yes. Now look, Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead has put up our newest authors, Sherry and Bobby Black, from Adventures in Homesteading hardcover book. I didn't bring their book with me. I wish I had. But that's at home, about 5 hours away, and it's just wonderful, and I'm so excited for them. And they www.blackstropical.com, they have a website where if you're interested in going and getting their book, she has tons of recipes in there. They talk about their life and how they became homesteaders and in a urban setting and how how they grow what they're doing and they're learning that you don't have to buy everything. You can make it on your own. It's a wonderful book. So go check out Black's Tropical Homestead. And then Prayer Mountain Homestead says, I have a young black bear that likes to use my burn barrier to play for toys and rolls all over the place. Yeah, they have a lock on their trash can. Obviously, because the bears and this bear did go and sniff around the trash bin. It's a wooden crate thing with a lid that comes down that locks. And you had to push a button to be able to get the lock undone. Well, a paw could have and did push the button. So they had a metal ring that they attach to the box that comes out. So you have to really push with your finger, kind of like Baloo on Jungle Book, where he has the prickly pear on his nail. Good morning, not for nothing, Homestead. Hey, darling. And the bears learned how to push it with one finger. So now it has a double lock beside that you have to push and pull at the same time to get that one off so that you can push the other button. There's still got it open, not by brute force. I mean, maybe it was a raccoon. I don't know, but it was definitely something smart that got in their trash. So I told Gail that I would be taking my trash off to the dump somewhere. I don't want to, you know, encourage. But she said the bear are very prevalent this year, and that's obvious, but they're not afraid of people, which is really pretty scary, right? It's pretty scary. So, G Mama Grow says, welcome to Tuesday, everyone. Please tap that like button to help support the channel. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. And this Jerry says, let me know when you get your box because he's got some pretty cool things that he's sending out to people as well. I want to see, I don't know if you can see it or not, but I sent it to my computer, but I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Look, can you see that bear right there in that clearing? Is that not crazy? You could see it kind of, sort of. You could see it better if I could just put it on there. Oh, nope. Nope, 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 nope. That's bouncing on to other things, and yeah, it's not. But, yeah, was walking around right there. Good morning. Hey, Amirla. Hey, Winnie. She's my girl. Oh, I'm so glad you're in here this morning. I love Amirla products. Her name is Winnie, and she's cute as all get out. And I use their Amirla bench, garden bench like crazy, especially now. I use their garden bench like crazy. He wants to know how to homestead, Kim says. Well, I'm not on my homestead, but I think I could probably learn a thing or two from that bear. Okay, y'all, let's get started. On Tuesdays, instead of me just running my mouth incessantly about not a whole lot of nothing, I do have a message for you. Today, I'm going to concentrate on understanding that today might be my best day. You don't ever know. Let's see. Sure, it wasn't a Rottweiler. I'm joking, but not a bear. Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna look at the chat for a second because I do want my message to come about. We all have these aches and pains, and I've got some swelling, and I'm taking some medication and poofing all up. Prednisone makes you poof up like the Pillsbury Doughboy. And all of us that are here have something that we're dealing with, right? All of us that are on this earth, we have something that we're dealing with. If it's not arthritis, it's something else. Grace and Fire's dealing with a loved one that's going through a medical procedure. We all have something that we could find to complain about. But what if today was your best day for, let's just not say eternity, let's just say for a month? If today was the day that you felt the best you're going to feel for a month, so you better take advantage of today, right? Today. We have to live in this minute right now. And I have a poem that I wanted to share with you. It's written by Linda Ellis. And I've read it before, but it just really touched me. And I felt like I wanted to read it again to you because when we get our brains in the right direction, because your brain can control so much, your thought process can control your physical being, it can control your attitude, it controls your heart and where your feet are going. And so we're trying really hard to get our mindset in the right direction, that today can be my best day, no matter how much my hands are hurting or my knees or face is swollen or whatever goes on. We can still enjoy small parts. We might not be able to do everything that we used to be able to do, but we certainly can control small parts of it and have a good time, even if it's just sitting and having a cup of coffee, joking with some family members and some girlfriends. Let me take a little sip of this. Then I want to read you a poem. I'm going to miss some chat to be able to talk to you about this. The name of the poem is, and you've heard this before, Live Your Dash. The line etched into a headstone between the dates of birth and death represent each step we take on earth and every single breath. For many, it's just a hyphen marking time between the years, but in that little dash is a lifetime of laughter, love, and tears. We each create the legacy our dash will someday represent and decide if the life we're given is truly lived or merely spent. Some deem themselves successful if they can spend in large amounts, but how you spend your only dash is all that really counts. Time steals our days and hours before we recognize the theft, and we live each day not knowing how much of our dash is left. Responsibilities of daily life, the bills, the job, the cash affect the way we choose to use this important little dash. Memories in the making are happening now and happening here. So take the time to make the time before they disappear. This is it. This is the show with no time to rehearse. Minutes move only forward, never in reverse. So don't spend this time in sorrow or bitterness and fear. The future may be uncertain, but right now, your dash is here. So that's my message today is living our dash, understanding that, you know, tomorrow's not promised, you guys. We got this minute right now. I'm not gonna make that little bitty dash in between 1959 and whenever it ends to be able to, yeah, there. Jesse put up that poem. And are we gonna make those little minutes count? Because they do. They really do. And we have to decide. We get to decide how we live that dash, whether it's lived or whether it's just spent. Kentucky woman Carlene Good. It is true. Yep, make that dash great, Happy Hives home. That's right. Sarah's Happy Hives. That's right. It is a beautiful poem, just gifted. It's just a beautiful thing to understand that that little dash represents our life. It represents the time that we're here on this earth. And it's our choice of whether we just exist or whether we actually live it. And I love it. So it reminds me to live and say, you know what? This morning, man, I'm feeling ugh. But what if tomorrow I feel worse? So I better get done today. What I can do, take it all in, explore, enjoy. Now, I do have a picture that I think I can present for Montreat. I'm not sure. Let's see. I'm not positive if I can do that. Present, Jesse. It's share screen, window, entire screen, Chrome tab. Nope, I don't know how to do it. Anyway, I do have it on my phone. I'll show it to you. Where we are, it's a picture that it just makes you feel like you're driving into a place of peace, a place where God is present and there's no judgment. Religion is not used as a bat, it's used as a tool to be able to help us. And that's what the gates look like going into Montreat. And when you drive through there, I don't know if everybody feels that way, but it's just kind of like you're driving into a fairyland or a piece of area that is you can breathe and it's just like you have a warm hug. Yes, it's like a warm hug. And so, oh, hug and prayers to Leah. I don't know what's going on with Talaya, but we all have things, right? We all have things. So oh, I was walking around this house, you guys. My cousin Gail and her husband Bill Brown. If you want to Google Bill William Brown, he's quite the famous author, and he teaches down at a college. And you roll down the windows and listen to the bubbling water. Carlette, doesn't that sound funny? Doesn't that sound wonderful? Just to be able to breathe. Oh, thank you, G Mama. You're just the best. Thank you. Help support. That's so sweet. Anyway, their whole home is representative of things that they have, places they have traveled, crafts that they have made together, mementos that they've brought back from all over the world. It's just the coolest house because you could walk around and touch and see, and there's a memory everywhere. Oh, and Delia, I don't know what happened, honey, but I'm going to go back and read the chat later and know that we're sending you love and prayers. That's for sure. So I was walking through the house and I'm going, what can I talk about? I'm gonna take stuff off the wall. And she made some marmalade. Gail did out of lemons from her own yard. They have a home out in Tucson, Arizona, as well. So, like Sandy from Suburban Homesteader, Wyoming, Arizona, that lives in Wyoming and Arizona, Gail and Bill live in Montreat and Arizona, and it's a lot of fun to see all the things that they can get in both cultures. Let me take a sip of my go juice this morning. Mm. I found this one little thing, and believe it or not, it was on their bathroom wall. But look how cute this is. You see it well? It's just the sweetest, most simple little picture. And this is sea glass that someone has gotten, two little sticks of driftwood, and they drew the faces and the legs and things and made it into a picture. And it came from Southport, North Carolina, which is below Wilmington, below Carolina Beach. And you have to take a ferry to get there. But isn't that the coolest? That glass was found on the beach. Sea glass. Yeah. And I thought, I could do that. I mean, they put little eyes on the birdies and little beaks and little legs and just glued it on there. Oh, so sweet. So sweet. And so I thought I would share that with you. But y'all, it's 11:26. I have forced my gals upstairs to be quiet. I said, look, in our family, our voices carry quite well. And I told them that if they wanted to speak, they needed to go outside on the porch, unless everything that they said they wanted the world to hear. And they went, oh, Anne, you can just close the door for the third floor and we'll be fine. So I'm sitting out here and I keep looking for another Smokey the Bear. We named him Smokey to be able to come in. And it's just been a grand time. We got here, we went out yesterday, and I put a little short up that we went out to a Japanese, authentic Japanese restaurant. We drove all over Montreat to be able to see. Now, I am a flatland kind of gal. Yeah, great chat. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I sent them to their rooms. I did, Ginger. I sent them to their rooms. That was funny. And but we drove all over the place, and the roads here are like this wide, okay? So when you're driving through these mountain trails, you either have a wall of rock or death. I mean, that's it. And there ain't two cars that are going to be coming at the same time. So if you are coming through, I mean, you literally, the cars are like this if you have to. And we did get on one little stretch where there was a car coming that didn't wait for us. And we were quite irritated with him and drove up. And she like had one wheel going up the mountain on the passenger side. And he came and he was on the cliff side and said, hey, there's a truck with a trailer behind me. You're going to need to pull in that driveway over there for him to get past. It's like, oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Yeah, they do use their outside voices when they're giggling. And they said, no cussing and no drinking, right, Ann? Yeah, no cussing and no drinking on Ann's live. That's for sure. Not on Tuesday, where we choose our attitude of the day. Yeah, it was scary, G Mama. And as she pulled into that little bitty, you love the hills and the mountains? Oh, good, Jennifer. Okay, Kim, see you soon. As she pulled into that little driveway, there was a brick wall right here that she couldn't see because it was not in her peripheral vision. And I'm telling you, you could have not gotten an envelope in between her car and that brick wall. And we're going, oh. And she says, "What are you talking about?" And Miriam and I both chimed up at the same time. There's a brick wall. That's right. At least no cussing or drinking at the same time with me. That's right, Jesse. And so they told me they would be on their best behavior. And these are not drinking ladies. I mean, they do like to have a toddy every now and again, but not an envelope. I'm telling you, not an envelope between us and that rock wall. It was crazy. And I kept leaning over. I was on the driver's side in the back seat, and I kept leaning over to Miriam because the paths are so thin that on the side of the road, there ain't no shoulder. I mean, it's a drop. It's you gonna die. So I'm going, okay, Lord be with us. It's been nice knowing everybody. We're gonna have a that's really pretty. But I have a little problem with heights, and so my stomach and my mouth were just flipping up and down all the way around. It was crazy. We made it home safely. It was quite the adventure. We laughed a lot, and we were glad. Although where we parked the car in the driveway is exactly by the trash bins where the bear was. So I'm getting out going, "Okay, Smokey, we're here. You can go on your merry way." And the thing is, y'all, this development, because the bears had gotten so bad, had sent out refrigerator magnets of what to do and what not to do when there's a bear close to you. And they sent out whistles for everyone. Well, when I went out there and the bear started looking at the steps, of course I didn't have that whistle with me. And I'm going, ooh, ooh. I was trying to whistle. Hey, Lone Cross MTP. I was. Yeah, I am living dangerously, honey. was I was going, "Ooh, ooh, ooh." I was trying to whistle that bear away. And they're going, "Shh, be quiet. We want to see it." I did, nope. So I was running back into the house. Anyway, y'all, I just wanted to say thank you so much for being here. It's 11:32. Time for me to get up and get out, and we're going to go exploring a little bit today after everybody gets the birdies out of their head and gets enough coffee in their bodies. Hecktown Homestead, Fields and Feathers. I'm glad you're here, honey. But just remember that today I'm going to concentrate on knowing that today might be my best day. So I had better take advantage of it, right? Because this is it. This is the show with no time to rehearse. Minutes move only forward, never in reverse. So don't spend this time in sorrow or bitterness and fear. The future might be uncertain, but right now, your dash is here. Okay. I love you all. Remember, the Lord says, "I know the plans I have for you," says the Lord. They're plans for good and not to harm you. They're plans for hope and a future. I love you all. I'll talk to you as soon as I can, and I'll catch you later. That's right. Talk to you soon. Bye bye now. Love y'all. Have a great day.